If you're anything like me, you've probably studied everything you can get your hands on how to raise your vibration. This is such a common statement that everybody makes, and so few people know what it actually means. I want you to almost entirely forget everything that you have heard about that concept of raising your vibration. If you've not seen me before, my name is Marley Late, and I have been on this spiritual journey for about 20 years now. I am a spiritual teacher, I am an energy healer, I'm a channeler, and this topic is probably one of my favorite topics in the entire process. Because when I first started my journey, I heard this magical term of raising your vibration and how important it was. And so I looked everywhere to find out exactly how to go about doing that. And there were so many pieces of information out there about moving past your ego, about releasing the patterns that you have, changing your emotions, changing your beliefs. And none of that seemed to really work for me. And then one day, I was randomly scrolling Facebook and an ad popped up. And that's where I found my first real spiritual teacher who taught me about manifestation at a soul level. She taught me what we're really made up of. And from there, I have found more teachers and more teachers that has helped me explore this topic at such a level of depth that you just don't find out there. So let's start with vibration, and then we'll go to frequency, and then we will go back to vibration. Vibration. What we think of vibration is how positive we are. That is completely incorrect. Our vibration level is actually how aligned we are living to how our soul was created. Now, this is where it's important to understand that every single person, their soul is created in a very unique way. So let's start with how we were created. If we consider that we are sparks of source, the divine, that have come here into our human incarnations to experience ourselves, then that must mean that we are made from the same material that source is made from. And what you may not know is that the universe is made up of 9 different prime energies. And those 9 different energies is how we are then also made up. We are uniquely made of a very specific combination of those 9 energies. And when we understand that makeup, that means that we can get back to who we truly are. Now, when we talk about vibration, it literally is at the level of density. So when we are here in the 3rd dimension, it means that we feel things as physical. We can touch them, we can taste them. So they feel to us as if they're real and dense. Now, that is because we're as far removed from our source as we possibly can be. And the closer we get back to our source, the higher our vibration goes. So again, when we're separated and we have no knowledge of who we are, we become very, very dense because we're only operating from a place of physicality. The more we increase our knowledge of who we are, the more we increase our vibration rate. So that is why it's really important to know ourselves at a deep level, because it does impact at the level of consciousness we're operating at. Vibration rate is essentially the level of consciousness we have access to. Now, in the third dimension, it is our physical brain, our physical body that we're referring to. In the fourth dimension, it's our mind. In the fifth dimension, it's our soul. And that increases as we go up the different dimensions. As we go up the different dimensions, we are opening up to higher levels of consciousness and higher levels of understanding and accessing our gifts and talents. Now, our frequency is entirely different because our frequency only operates here on our physical plane. If you think about frequency in the way that we talk about a radio or a TV, certain frequencies will send you certain pieces of information. And if you tune to one particular TV channel, for example, you will see a particular show. And then you turn to another channel and you will see a different show. They all play at the same time, but you tune into what you want to see or listen to. It's the same with a radio station. One channel might have opera music and you want nothing to do with opera music. Another channel might have hip hop and that might be your thing. So you tune to that instead. Frequency is the same. Our frequency determines what we're experiencing here in this reality. So you may be tuned to a frequency of hatred, and that's what you're going to be experiencing back. Or you may choose to operate at a frequency of love, which is going to give you a different experience back. Now, you may have come across our Hawkins scale of consciousness. That's what we're talking about when we talk about frequency. The frequency resonates at a lower level or a higher level, and that frequency determines the experience that you receive back. But that is very different from your vibration. Now, ideally, we want to raise both of those so that we truly experience ourselves at a completely different level. You can raise your frequency all you like, but if you're still operating at a very dense level and you don't know who you are, then there is going to be a mismatch and something is going to get stuck somewhere along in the process of getting you what you want. And this is the missing piece that a lot of people don't understand. They are working at operating at a much higher frequency. They want to be in love all the time. They want to operate from a place of being good and kind. But if they are operating at a vibrational level that is completely misaligned to who they are, that is not going to bring them the reality that they want. Because if you are misaligned to you, who you are at a soul level, you can think as positively as you like, and it's not going to help you one bit at all. You have to shift both your vibration, your knowledge of yourself, as well as your frequency. That's where things really start to shift in your life because you effortlessly attract. When you talk about effortlessly attracting, that's what we're talking about. But it doesn't happen for most people because even if they work on their frequency, their vibration is still all screwy. So it's finding that balance between the two that really make all the difference. So how do we understand who we are at that soul level? This is where knowing the right tools is going to make a big shift in your life. I work with the Akashic Records. I am going to create a separate video about exactly what the Akashic Records is and how it operates, and I'll link that for you below, because that gives you access to this information. We were not sent on this journey to try and figure it out ourselves. We have guidance every single step of the way. And it is when you're ready for that guidance that it is going to appear for you. So there is a reason why you are here and you're listening to this information, because we are, as a collective, very ready to step into a new level of understanding of who we are. I do hope I see you in the video about the Akashic Records, but I hope you learned something different today about what raising your vibration actually means. Please post in the comments below what you have learned. What has been the biggest breakthrough for you in listening to this explanation? Has it given you any aha moments that you haven't had before? I really look forward to reading what you have to say and any questions you might have. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video.